Hello, my name is Abraham Manase. It's a blessing to be with you again. I'm so excited that I was given an opportunity again to talk to you about the value of building healthy relationships. The value of building healthy relationships. Life is a series of seasons. There are seasons of joy and there are seasons of sorrow. There are seasons of happiness and there are seasons of pain. Life has its highs and its lows. There is a season of rejoicing and there is a season of mourning. No one is exempted from these seasons. Just as Joseph experienced 7 years of plenty and 7 years of famine, we too, we face times of abundance and times of lack, times of strength and times of weakness. Life is a series of tunnels. All of us, we are either going through a tunnel right now as I'm speaking, or you just came out of one. If you're not coming out of a tunnel or you're not going through a tunnel as I'm speaking, let me assure you, and this is not a negative confession, but let me assure you, you are heading towards one. Paul says we should support each other through all these seasons of life. No matter who is going through what season, our responsibilities is to support each other. In Romans chapter 12, verse 15, Paul says, rejoice with those who rejoice and mourn with those who mourn. We need to support each other through joyful and painful moments. Nobody is forever strong. Nobody is an island. We all need each other in this life. All of us, we are connected. We are connected to each other. And we're supposed to celebrate together in our victories and to stand together and support each other through our struggles. Let us be the hands, let us be the heart of Christ to one another. Now, before I conclude, let me talk about the 3 types of relationships. Then I'm going to close. Remember, your success in life, in any area of your life, is determined by the quality of your relationships. There are 3 types of relationships that I want to focus on. Number 1, the general relationship or situational relationship. General relationships, these are relationships that are casual and they're based on friendliness. We meet because of a particular situation. This is where you meet strangers. So there is not that much of a connection, but you still have to relate with people that you meet. Maybe let's say you're in a bus or in a public space or at a mall or in offices. You still have to respect the people that you meet, build relationships, maintain friendliness and honor, even in general relationships. Remember, general relationships are the foundation for all other relationships. All of us, before we knew each other, before we became friends, before we became related, all of us were strangers. We did not know each other. But during that period of general relationship, we were nice to each other until we became attracted to each other. Until we thought, oh, you are a good person. Until we thought, oh, you are a good sister, you are a good brother. And all is based on the general relationship. So all relationships, they start as general relationships. The next level of relationship is what I call the seasonal relationship. Seasonal relationship. These are time-limited relationships. Sometimes they could be there for 2 months, maybe for 2 years or 3 years or 4 years or 5 years. But these are temporary relationships. They do not continue. They do not stay for long. These are purpose-specific relationships. These are temporary relationships. These are relationships that are seasonal. They are there for a particular season of your life. Seasonal relationships are like relationships with your classmates. Some of you don't even know where your high school classmates are. They don't even know where you are. They can't even track you. Actually, they don't even care about where you are. They don't care where you work. They don't care who you live with. They don't care because those relationships were just for that particular season. Even some of your former colleagues, the people that you used to work with in your previous organization, you don't care where they are. But during that period when you're together, you had to be nice to them. They had to be nice to you. But that relationship was just a seasonal relationship. These relationships, they end after a certain period. They end after we are done with the purpose of that relationship. And we should recognize it. When seasonal relationships have come to an end, we have to realize that and recognize it. That those relationships, they were just what I can call connection relationship. They connected us from between point A and point C. They were just the in-between relationships. They helped us to move to the next step. But those were not permanent relationships. Those were temporary relationships. And the highest level of relationship, the last level of relationship, the next level of relationship, it's what I call destiny relationship or covenant relationship. These are permanent relationships. They play a role throughout our lives. We need to value those relationships. Those are the relationships that we need to value above everything else. These are relationships that are connected to our destiny. These are relationships, like your relationship with God. You're able to go to heaven because you have a relationship with God through Christ. You have accepted Christ in your life. That is a permanent relationship. There is no temporary Christian. Those are permanent relationships that we need to value. We can't compromise on that type of a relationship. Your relationship with your parents, your relationship with your spouse, your relationship with your children, your relationship with your siblings. Those are what you call strategic relationships. Your relationship with some of your business partners, your relationship with some of your friends. These are covenant relationships, permanent relationships, destiny relationships. Let me say this to you. You must pay any price to maintain this kind of relationships. These are the relationships that determine your destiny. And you must be able to recognize those kind of relationships. Your destiny is connected to these kind of relationships. Your destiny is not connected to seasonal relationships. The fulfillment of your purpose is not connected to the general or situational relationships. Your destiny is connected to the covenant, permanent relationships. Our destiny and our purpose is always connected to this kind of relationships. You will never have successful business or a successful ministry or a successful church or a successful career or even a successful life without good, healthy relationships. Let me emphasize, I'm talking about healthy relationships here. I'm not talking about abusive relationships. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about healthy relationships. Relationships that help you move to the next level. Relationships that are healthy for your soul. Relationships that are healthy for your life. Let me say this to you. You can't fulfill your purpose in isolation. You will never fulfill any vision in your life in isolation. You need relationships to fulfill your purpose, to fulfill your vision. Let me give you an assignment. Go and identify the people in your life. All the people in your life, identify them and put them in the right category of relationships. There are some relationships that you can't afford to lose or to disconnect from. There are some relationships that are seasonal. Your success in life is determined by the relationships that you build, healthy relationships that we build in life. And we should value relationships because they help us succeed and fulfill our purpose. Relationships are currencies. These are currencies that money can't even buy. So ignoring this kind of relationships means ignoring your future, ignoring your success, ignoring your purpose. Don't treat other people, don't treat other Christians like an ambulance. You need them when you need them. That's not how you build relationships. You build relationships when you need them. Even when you do not need them, you continue to build positive, healthy relationships. Build healthy and strong relationships in life. Even before you need the people. Don't abuse people. Don't abuse them. When God answers your prayers, remember, He will always use people. Whatever you're praying for right now, God will use people to answer that prayer. Be careful who you are driving away from your life. Maybe the person that you are rejecting right now. Maybe the person that you don't like right now. Maybe it's the same person that God wants to use to answer your prayers. Some people, right now as I'm speaking, they feel isolated. They feel rejected. And simply because they do not invest in building strong and healthy relationships. We have to be intentional in building healthy relationships. In life, everything rises and falls with relationships. Remember, it was not raining when Noah built the ark. Let's build strong relationships. And our lives will be much more healthier, much more stronger, and we'll be able to progress and succeed in any area of our lives because of strong relationships. Thank you and God bless you.